Hey everyone, welcome to Neek, which stands for Nerd/Geek, and if that describes you, then you should probably consider clicking that subscribe button. And I just saw Detective Pikachu. I know it's a couple weeks late, but I was really busy. It's kind of crazy. In this season, there's been so many movies. Even though this only came out 2 weeks ago, there's been so many movies since then. And I kind of caught up because I saw this and then I also saw Aladdin, which will be my next video will be a review of Aladdin. So if you're watching the future, then there'll be a link in the description. I'll put that in. And Pokemon was a big part of my childhood. So what did I think of the movie? So let's start off by talking about the good. So one thing that I thought was really good is that they had lots of fan service for Pokemon fans, but even if you weren't a Pokemon fan, you could still enjoy the movie. Another thing I just like, Ryan Reynolds was just amazing as Pikachu. It's just hilarious. And Ryan Reynolds does work with the PG rating. And of course, I never seen him with the rated R rating, but I heard he's funny. He's funny in this. So, yeah. And also, I liked Justice Smith did a really good job playing the main character, Tim, and I liked both of them together. I feel like they bounced off each other well. Another thing I didn't really expect that much from this, it actually has some heart. It actually it touches you in your jellies, as Pikachu says in the movie. And it's just a pretty fun adventure film. So now it's time to talk about what I didn't think was good, but I also didn't think it was bad. It's the mixed. I have most of the other actors, except there's one that I'll talk about my bad, but most of the other actors, there weren't that many, and they didn't do anything that were just ooh, I hate them, but I just didn't, there weren't anything that made me be like, oh, they're really good. There weren't really that many characters that I liked in the movie except the two main characters. Of course, Pikachu and Tim. I didn't really like any of the characters that much. And then also, the way the mystery plays out of how they go to solve the mystery is kind of like lots of other things, oh, you go to this place, find some information, go to this place, find a little information, go to this place, find information, then you find it all out. So it's kind of like what you'd expect. They don't try doing anything, which isn't bad, but it's not good. And then also the action was just okay. I mean, there's some scenes that I really liked. I liked the scene where they go into the underground part. You get to see a little bit of the Gengar and Blastoise fighting, and it's really cool how they make it actually they're showing up real moves, but it's also different of how they fight. It looks like what would happen between a Pokemon battle in the game. It's like a Pokemon battle in the game, but it's also translated well, so it's not as slow and stuff, which I thought was good. But the rest of the action just seemed okay. Now let's talk about the bad. Now I really only have one big complaint about the movie, and that was Lucy. The character I didn't think was that good, but especially I didn't like the way that the actress played her. While most of the actors at least knew what kind of movie they were in, the Catherine Newton, the person who played Lucy, seemed like she was in a whole nother movie. It's like she was acting in a Disney Channel show. It was just off. So now I'm going to talk about some of the spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to skip to this time where I'll give my final score for the movie. But now, to all you people who have seen it, let's talk about the spoilers. So basically, of course there's a mystery and the way it's solved. This actually got me. Normally, I come out of these more kids movies. I normally can figure out what's gonna happen, And I did eventually, but I didn't really get it at first. I mean, of course, when it shows his dad dies in the first scene, I'm like, oh, well, he's not obviously dead. And I kind of had a couple different things, but I didn't really expect the Pikachu to actually be his dad, like he is. But then, of course, I did notice once Mewtwo, the other dude, the villain, goes like into Mewtwo's head and it says how Pokemon can like join them. Like, oh, yep, that's his dad. Pikachu is his dad. I knew it then, but they did do a good job of not making it too obvious earlier. And I knew there's gonna be something with the dad. I was kind of thinking, even if I didn't know, I was just thinking maybe Ryan Reynolds would also play his dad and the Pikachu. That's what I was thinking, because I'm like, they're not showing his face in all these flashbacks, and I knew there was some reason. There was like a big actor cameo, which it was Ryan Reynolds, I guess. So I knew it was gonna be something with it. But yeah, that's what I think about that. So now it's time to give my score for the movie. So I'm gonna do 2 scores. So I'm gonna do quality and entertainment. So quality, I'll give it a 8.2 out of 10. And then entertainment, it was pretty entertaining, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So that's my review for Detective Pikachu. You can tell me what you thought about it down below in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and keep watching Neek.